Welcome to our channel. As we step into the new month of July, we bring you a message of hope and encouragement, straight from the Holy Bible. The book of Job is a story of a man who faced immense trials and suffering, yet his faith in God never wavered. Job 37 verse 5 reminds us of the incredible power and wisdom of God. Even when we don't understand the circumstances we're in, God is working behind the scenes, doing great things that are beyond our comprehension. Job's story is a testament to the resilience of faith and the unfathomable depth of God's wisdom. Job was a man of integrity and profound faith, blessed with wealth, a loving family, and good health. However, he faced severe trials when he lost his children, his wealth, and his health in quick succession. Despite these overwhelming losses, Job's faith in God remained unshaken. He questioned, he lamented, but he never lost his trust in God's greater plan. In Job 37 verse 5, we are reminded that God's actions and plans often transcend our understanding. He does great things beyond our understanding. This verse is a powerful reminder that even when we are in the midst of our darkest days, God is working behind the scenes in ways that we cannot see or understand. His ways are higher than our ways, and his thoughts are higher than our thoughts. Reflecting on Job's experience, we can draw parallels to our own lives. There are times when we face trials and tribulations that seem insurmountable. We may feel abandoned, confused, and lost. Yet in these moments, God is closest to us, working silently to bring about our good and his glory. It is during these times that we need to cling to our faith, trusting that God's plans for us are far greater than we can imagine. Let us delve into other verses from the Bible that reinforce this message of trust and faith in God's plans. Isaiah chapter 55 verse 8 and 9. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. When we encounter situations that baffle us or seem unjust, we can take comfort in knowing that God sees the bigger picture. He's orchestrating events in our lives according to his divine wisdom and purpose. Romans chapter 8 verse 28. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. In Romans, Paul assures us that God is always at work in our lives, shaping and molding us through our experiences. Whether we face joy or sorrow, triumph or defeat, God uses every moment to refine us and fulfill his purpose in our lives. This promise offers profound hope and encouragement, especially when we face challenges that seem senseless or overwhelming. Trusting in God's goodness, we can endure hardships with the assurance that he is bringing about a greater good. Now let's consider the life of Joseph, another biblical figure who experienced God's great works beyond understanding. Joseph, the favored son of Jacob, was sold into slavery by his jealous brothers. He faced many trials, including false accusations and imprisonment. Despite these hardships, Joseph remained faithful to God. In the end, he rose to a position of power in Egypt, where he was able to save his family from famine. Joseph's story demonstrates how God can transform suffering into blessing, using even the most difficult circumstances to fulfill his purposes. Joseph's life exemplifies Romans chapter 8, verse 28. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Although Joseph could not see it at the time, God was with him through every trial, preparing him for a greater purpose. This powerful narrative reassures us that God's hand is upon us, even when we face adversity. He's weaving our life's tapestry with threads of both joy and sorrow, creating a masterpiece that reflects his glory. When we build our faith in God, we begin to see his hand in every situation. Our trials turn into testimonies, our pain into purpose, and our setbacks into setups for something greater. In our journey of faith, it is also helpful to reflect on the life and teachings of Jesus Christ. Jesus, the Son of God, came to earth to demonstrate God's love and to offer us salvation. Throughout his ministry, Jesus performed miracles that were beyond human understanding. He healed the sick, raised the dead, and provided for the needy, all as signs of God's power and compassion. The resurrection of Lazarus in John chapter 11 verse 1 to 44 showcases Jesus' power over life and death. Lazarus had been dead for 4 days, and his sisters, Mary and Martha, were in deep mourning. Yet, Jesus told them, "Did I not tell you that if you believe, you will see the glory of God?" He then called Lazarus out of the tomb, and Lazarus came back to life. This miracle demonstrates that with God, nothing is impossible. Even in the face of death, God can bring new life and hope. These stories from Jesus' ministry encourage us to trust in God's power and to believe that He can do great things beyond our understanding. When we place our faith in Jesus, we open ourselves to experiencing God's miracles in our own lives. We begin to see His hand at work in ways we never imagined. As we reflect on these biblical stories, we are reminded that God is always at work, even when we don't understand His ways. Our faith in Him opens the door to experiencing His greatness. He calls us to trust Him, to lean not on our own understanding, and to submit to His will. In our daily lives, we may encounter challenges that test our faith. We might face illness, financial difficulties, relationship problems, or other hardships. During these times, it's important to remember that God is with us and He is working for our good. Here are some practical steps to strengthen our faith and trust in God's plans. As we journey through this month of July, let us hold on to the promise that He does great things beyond our understanding. God's ways are higher than our ways, and His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. Even when we cannot see the whole picture, we can trust that God is working for our good and His glory. Thank you for joining us today. We hope this message has encouraged you and strengthened your faith. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Let's spread this message of hope and faith to as many people as we can. Have a blessed month ahead, and remember, God is doing great things beyond our understanding. God bless you, and see you in the next video.